Very good evening to you with Sports Night. I'm Damien Best. We start with some cricket news. The Windies skipper is calling for consistency. That's the battle cry Captain Jason Holder has signaled to his team when they face England in the first test of the home series at Kensington Oval starting tomorrow. Well, despite their indifferent results over the past decade, Holder believes that the Windies have remained competitive against the English. For example, on their last trip to England in 2017, the Windies pulled off a remarkable victory at Headingley before going on to lose a series decider at Lord's. They also had a series levelling win against England in 2015 at the same Kensington Oval.
Consistency is something that has really plagued us in the past, particularly with our batting. I just think we just needed to start the series well in terms of putting some runs up on the board in the first innings and make an early statement. They've obviously got a quality bowling attack, and we've seen glimpses of what we can do against this bowling attack as well. We had a really good time in Headingley, and we really fought back well in that series. And then obviously the last time they came here in the Caribbean, we did really well to fight back here in Barbados. So we definitely know that we can perform against this attack. It's just a matter of being consistent and sticking to our game plans for long periods. I feel as though this is one of the biggest series here for West Indies to play in. The last time we played against England was a highly competitive test series, with them starting the series quite well, and then we're fighting back here in Barbados as well. So yeah, definitely looking forward to it. They've obviously been playing some really good cricket, so it's going to be a good task.
Meantime, England will wait until tomorrow morning before naming their 11 due to uncertainty over the pitch. Captain Joe Root says he wants a further look at the Kensington Oval surface before finalizing his lineup for the opening game in the three-match series.
Came here knowing that we could potentially have a number of different surfaces that we might have to play, and then we've come here with a squad of players which is very, very adaptable and plenty of options to go with. So everyone's fully aware of that, knows that as in Sri Lanka, it might not be the same 11 throughout the tour, and you've got to play your role within that and be ready to go throughout. So we'll see how things look tomorrow. It's going to be a very difficult call because everyone's performed extremely well in the 4 days leading into it, in practice as well. And you can't ask for any more from the players in that respect. It's been a great lead up to things, but it doesn't promise you anything. You've got to go out there and perform it. Without trying to say too many cliches, we're in a good place and we're pretty much ready to go. We just have to make that big call in the morning.
Both teams were at Kensington this morning for their final preparations ahead of tomorrow's first day. The Windies have a better head-to-head record at Kensington, with England's record being 3 wins in 15 visits, while the Windies have won 5 with 7 draws. England's last series victory in the Caribbean came way back in 2004. However, since then, the Windies have had more success on home soil against England than all nations apart from Zimbabwe and Bangladesh, of course, losing only 1 of the 7 completed tests. Victory in Barbados for the visitors will be England's 6th test win in a row. Their best streak of all time is 8 in a row in 2004. That included a 4-0 home victory over West Indies. However, if they sweep the Windies in this series, they equal that record of 8. Play bowls off at 10 a.m. Well, Crane and Equipment Ellerton took 3 points off defending champions Weymouth Wales in what was the upset of the night when the BFA Premier League continued over the weekend. Playing at the Wildy AstroTurf, Ellerton came away with the 3-2 victory after the match was locked at 2-2 at half-time. In the other matchups, Zone 1 leaders UWI Blackbirds earned a hard-fought 1-1 draw against Zone 2 frontrunners Empire Club, while Paradise put 3 unanswered goals past Britain's Hill. Premiership football at the turf. UWI Blackbirds in yellow taking on Empire. 73rd minute, Jabari Papi Chandler surgical pass. Picks up Daniel Calvi. Empire large and in charge. 1-0. Hold the pomp and pageantry. 8 minutes later, a naughty challenge on the edge of the area gave the Blackbirds a fighting chance. Hart plays it short, and Alvin Chapman bursts through the gloves of the custodian to make it 1-1. The end. Second installment of the triple header. Ellerton playing Weymouth Wales in green. 8 minutes in, centre-back forced to challenge for possession. Shane Hermas arriving late. Right boot. You betcha. Ellerton take the lead. The defending champions quickly found a remedy.
Keeper Jamar Brewster off his line. Says, no, not me, ref. Never touched him. No sympathy from the man with the whistle. Penalty and yellow card to rub salt in the wound. Romario Harewood from the spot then. Yes, sir. 1-1. Still in the first half, 25th minute. Ellerton knocking at the front door, stringing the passes together. Herma, space and time. Good ingredients for the second goal. Ellerton 2, Wales 1. But there's always two sides to a coin, and 3 minutes later, Ellerton were guilty in defense. Ramar Miller, left unattended, header, picture perfect. We're locked at 2-2 at the break. Second half business now, 50th minute to be precise. Shaquille Bell settled the tie for good from this free kick. A laser beam, blink and you miss it. One more time for good measure. Ellerton 3, Wales 2. And the nightcap brought together Paradise and the struggling Britain's Hill team. Dario Harewood from 18 yards, jackpot. 1-0 Paradise. On to the second half we go. 55th minute. Life in the tropics. Consider the Paradise. So add one more to the till. Harewood outstretched right boot. Sweet. 2-0. 4 minutes later, Armando Sugar Lashley went direct from 23 yards out. Sniper's touch. Paradise sealed the deal. They beat Britain's Hill 3-0.
The Sport of Kings next. This year's Sandy Lane Gold Cup will be missing one of its major connections. Last year's winning owner, Kenneth Ramsey, will not be entering any animals from his stables in the island's marquee horse race. It is understood that the North American racing mogul is currently downsizing his operations, but he's expected to be back at the Garrison Savannah next year. Ramsey has won 3 Gold Cups, last year with Sir Dudley Diggs, 2015 with Sailors Creek, and 2014 with Major Marvel. Nominations for the 2019 Sandy Lane Gold Cup will close on Friday. Well, Infrared, ridden by Jalon Samuels, put in a dominant performance to win the Coolmore Home of Champions Stakes and Trophy at the Garrison Savannah last evening. Owners Daniel and Martin Reisman took home the top prize of $16,500 as Infrared stopped the clock in 1 minute, 50.2 seconds.
They're off in the Coolmore, and it was a very level beginning. Rock popped out best, and he goes on to lead. Following him is his stablemate Voldemort. Jalon Samuel is going to rev the engines of Infrared in the early stages, and he now comes up to tackle for the lead. Settling very contently is Debonair David. He's fourth to the inside of Celestial Storm, and the trailer is Refire as they come down the stretch for the first time. So it's Rock who's keeping Infrared company in the Coolmore. Infrared goes on. He leads now by a length to Rock. Voldemort tracks in third. Behind these goes Celestial Storm. Down the inside is Debonair David. Refire still the trailer. He's only 4 lengths off of his stablemate as they went through the opening quarter in 25-4. So Samuel has a throttle hold on Infrared past the 5.5. He's leading comfortably by a length to Voldemort, who's getting ever closer as they jump the sand and head down the back stretch. Backing off the pace is Sir Rock, Celestial Storm, and Hughes. That pair is getting closer. They're 3 lengths off of the nemesis, Infrared, who leads to the half-mile mark. Down the inside is Debonair David and Refire trail throughout as they get over the top of the hill, the half in 50 flat. They're playing right into the hands of the favorite Infrared. There's not many options that they could do to obstruct the favorite, but with 3 furlongs left to go, Infrared has an iron grip on the Coolmore field. He's in cruise control. Jalon Samuel's not summoned his speed. He's on top. Celestial Storm is starting to thunder after here, and the stage is set. 2 furlongs from the money, and it is Infrared. Celestial Storm is going to stretch him. Here's Debonair David trying to run a big race. Refire's coming from the back of the field as they swing to the judge in the Coolmore, and Infrared is shaken clear. He's opened up 3 on Celestial Storm. Debonair David is third as they come inside the final furlong of the Coolmore, and Infrared, Big Red, is back as he serves notice for the Gold Cup in March. Infrared airs, he wins by 5. Celestial Storm was beaten to a frazzle, but she was 5 lengths back in second. Then came Debonair David.
Jalon Samuel's just too good. Finally, 3 local companies have partnered with the organizers of the upcoming Joseph Payne Memorial Athletics Classic to present Coleridge and Parry Secondary School with a discus circle. Carter's General Store, Williams Metals and Coles Engineering Limited had a hand in the physical structure which was officially unveiled at the school grounds recently. Chairperson of the athletics meet, Charles Walcott, along with physical education teachers and field event students, were on hand for the occasion, which is phase 1 of a project that supports field event facilities in schools across Barbados. Another company, Preconco Limited, will partner with organizers to complete phase 2 of the project, which will see 3 other secondary schools receive shot put and discus circles. The Joseph Payne Memorial Athletics Classic is set for this Saturday at the National Stadium from 10 a.m.